Hello, this is little Evita. She is an emerald tree boa. About 6 to 7 months old, is what the reptile dealer told me when I bought her. I've had her less than a week. She is wild caught, but she's still a little baby, so I had high hopes that I could get her to become friendly. And it really didn't take that much effort. When she arrived, she was in a little pillowcase inside of a box. I opened up the case. She struck at me a couple times, which is very understandable. She was pretty frightened, I guess, after being almost a whole day in the box. Probably not the most comfortable ride of her life, but hopefully will be the last one. And I put her in her terrarium for a couple of days, let her get settled in. I opened it up a little bit, and I petted her on the back, very slowly. She did move toward me very slowly, did not offer to strike. After a couple days, I figured it was about time to try to hold her to see how she would react. She was wrapped typically on her perch. I read an article about how to get them off their perch without frightening them, and it stated to rub the underside of them to let them know that you were there so they could kind of wake up and get a little more alert. And then her head was coiled up in the middle, and it was on the top, and it was the least wrapped around the branches. So I started about right here. It's about 4 or 5 inches behind her head. Just kind of nudged my little finger underneath it a little, picked her up, and she seemed okay with that. She started crawling on my fingers. I just kind of elevated my hand slightly until she started letting go of the perch. And then she wrapped her tail very tightly around the perch, the very slender part of her tail. And it's very fragile, and you have to be very careful not to hurt the end of their tail. And I remember reading that if you just kind of rub the tail softly and keep elevating your hand, that she'll keep continuing to climb. And that's exactly what she did. She just climbed right off the perch and into my hands. She's not offered to strike. She was a little more tense the very first time I handled her, kind of jerked back a little bit every time I rubbed her back. This is about the fourth time I've picked her up, and she's very used to me already, very friendly, not offering to strike, and as you can see, she's not very tense right now. And I'm very happy to have her in my collection, and I hope to get her a male one day. She's a female. She's very beautiful. She has a little bit of black marking on her forehead. Just overlook that right now. The bag she was shipped in was a pillowcase, and it had some black magic marker rotting in it. And since she was shipped in the dead of summer, they included an ice pack. And with the condensation in the magic marker, it rubbed off on her head a little bit. It took me a few minutes to figure out what it was, and then I realized it was the marker. I tried to give her a bath, and she had a little bit more marker on her back. It came off a little bit. A lot of this darkness here is where she's not completely changed green. She will get more intense green as she gets older, and her white markings will be more defined. But the black on her forehead is definitely from the marker. She didn't let me get her head under the water, as my rainbow boas sometimes will emerge their whole self under the water for 2 or 3 minutes before their head comes back up. So I didn't want to frighten her. She probably doesn't even know it's there, but I think she's still a very cute little girl. And if you're going to get an emerald tree boa, if you've read how nasty and mean they can be, just get a baby. I'm sure that almost any baby will be pretty easy to work with. I've had almost no problems with her, and I'm very happy that I took a chance on an emerald tree boa. And here's just a little bit more of her body. She's very friendly, and she would like to say hello to everybody out there on YouTube. I guess you didn't hear that, but she was trying to tell everyone hello. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.